What's up, guys? Brian Grant of ContestChampion.com here, and today I'm going to talk about my mastery setup. I kind of, a lot of people have been asking for it in the comments, and I kind of gave the answer of, well, I'll show it in my progression videos, but honestly, I never go into too much detail about my masteries in the progression videos. The progression videos are kind of just a tour of my account and how I have things currently set up, but I want to break down the masteries a little bit. Not only that, but I'm going to show you how they're going to change pretty drastically by the end of this video. I mean, I'm not going to move too many points around, but I'm definitely going to drop a lot of units. So let me show you my initial setup here, and this is not meant to be a guide video. You can certainly base some of your choices off mine. I don't think you'd go too wrong there, but this is not meant to be a guide video. And also keep in mind that I have my setup for a specific reason. So if my setup doesn't fit your playstyle or your reasoning, then that's fine too. Alright, let's get the boring stuff out of the way here. To get to the good talents, or the good masteries over here, excuse me, I usually refer to these as talent trees. Try not to do that, but to get to the good masteries over here, you need 15 points in this beginning part of the tree, and luckily, there are some amazing masteries to put those 15 points into. So very specifically, precision and cruelty here. These are 10 points that you want in any setup. I can't imagine any setup, at a high level at least. I mean, I didn't have these masteries for the longest time, so if you don't have them right now, if you don't have the units to unlock them, don't worry about it. I got to like level 50 or something before I actually unlocked these, just because I was collecting units that whole time. But anyway, so you need 10 points there, and you need another 5 points as prerequisites just to get to those 10. And then I also have 1 point in courage, just because I think it's a really good value pickup, and it does increase your champion's ratings by a decent amount, which is helpful in arena, gives you more points. So okay. That's that. I do have one of the suicide masteries here. As you guys, if you saw my Wolverine video for Realm of Legends, you saw me pick that up, which it did not even help me at all, I would say, in Realm of Legends. I mean, I guess it did help when I was using Black Widow, but recoil definitely hurt me as far as Realm of Legends go. So recoil is very annoying. I wish that I can go without it, as I'm sure most people with the suicide masteries, they probably wish the same thing, but yeah, I guess that's part of the cost of getting to the suicide masteries. It's a tough choice to pick these up, and I guess I should say that I'm not finished here. I'm not going to stop at just double edge, as you'll see later in this video, but I will explain that as we go. Alright, defense. Now, willpower over here on the right side of the screen at one point was considered basically the mastery to pick up. You had to have willpower in every single setup. Now, I would say it's still kind of that way. I mean, it's not nearly as good. You can probably go without it, but I can't imagine where your points would go if you're not going towards that, because you definitely need willpower if you're going to get any of the suicide masteries over here, unless you plan on fighting exclusively with like Ultron and Vision and stuff like that. But you basically need 15 points leading up to willpower in this first part of the tree, and I would say, unfortunately, unlike the offensive tree, the choices here are not that compelling. There are definitely different setups that you can go, but I guess I wish that these energy resistance and physical resistance masteries were a little bit stronger. Maybe even just double their value at 2% per level. Maybe that would be worth it, or maybe getting to 10% by the time you hit rank 4, or even increase it to 5 ranks. I think that would make the first part of the defensive tree a little bit more interesting. So the two choices are basically going between, greater vitality. I mean, I guess there's 3 choices. Going between greater vitality and doing away with some of the points in the healing, specifically salve probably, And maybe picking up some of these, maybe not picking up all of the blocking masteries. I do think block proficiency is probably the best mastery in the first part of this tree here. It's more than what it seems, I guess. 8% by itself doesn't seem like a whole lot, but if you think about it as if you're already blocking 50% of the total damage, and I mean 50% is just an example number. I don't know what you're actually blocking, but let's just say it's 50%, right? The remaining 50% damage. You know what? I'm gonna mess up the explanation, but I'll just say that it's more than what it seems, I guess. And I think these all stack additively, which is why it's more than it seems. If it was multiplicatively, it wouldn't be as much. But that 8%, I believe, and I haven't tested this, so I could be wrong, but I believe stacks with parry as well. So you have your base block reduction plus 8% plus up to 33% here. So it all adds up, and basically, I think block proficiency is very, very good. The rest of my choices here are basically just for power index rating, and I'll kind of leave it at that. Alright, as far as the right side of this tree goes here, I do have willpower, and willpower got nerfed pretty hard. Some people choose to only put 1 point into it, which is fine, I guess, but I still think it's worth 3 points, even though it doesn't scale that well. If you already have the 15 prerequisite points to get willpower, then I think the the 0.1% healing per point and 1 armor per point, I think that those, like, where else are you going to put your points to get that much value in just 2 points? So yeah, basically I do think it's worth 3 points still, but at the same time, I definitely understand the choice to only put 1. So okay, Coagulate. Luckily, I did have this one before the changes, so I did get my free 5-star shards, unlike the Suicide Masteries. So that was nice. But I'm actually keeping this one. I don't know if I would keep it if I didn't have double edge right now. I might, because honestly, 30% damage reduction from bleeds is still pretty nice. Just for 3 points. I'm even considering getting 1 point into Suture here, but as you'll see in a moment, I'm pretty hard-pressed for points. And if you've been watching my videos, you know that I usually kind of hang on to a few mastery points. And right now you can see that I have 2. And 2 is not enough. Because here's the thing. You know what? I'll get into it in just a moment why it's not enough. Let me finish off my current masteries, I suppose. Okay. Utility. I think Limber is extremely strong. I absolutely think it's worth all 5 points, and you're going to see me in a moment kind of alter this. But I want to eventually get it back to 5 points. It scales extremely, extremely well, even better than it may seem here. Just because of how the numbers all work out. But yeah, basically reducing your stun duration by half is very strong. Even if you don't get stunned that frequently, when you do get stunned, it helps tremendously. So yeah, I think it's an extremely good mastery. Parry, basically required if you're playing this game and you're serious about it. I mean, I shouldn't say serious. If you put a decent amount of time into this game, you're gonna want to get parry. Hopefully you guys already have it. Same thing for dexterity. Definitely want 1 point into this. There's some debate about some of the new events about maybe not going with dexterity, but I still think dexterity, even in the new events, is worth it. So, all right, and then Stupefy. This is also just another very good pickup, very strong pickup to get an extra half a second stun duration on all of your stuns. It allows you to do a lot more damage, actually. As long as you're in a fight where you don't mind pushing their special meter up a little bit, having this allows you, in almost every situation that I can think of, to get more damage in just by, I mean, let's say you had just enough time to reach the opponent and start your 5-hit combo. Well, if you have Stupefy, maybe you can get 2 medium attacks in to have like a really short combo first before you start your 5-hit combo, something like that. Yeah, it's nice. I love having Stupefy. Um, Petrify, I haven't tested personally, but it seems it seems okay. Before the addition of the new Masteries, I would say that this would be a great pickup, and it might still be a great pickup. I don't have it unlocked, so I don't know for sure. But points are harder to come by now. There's a lot more interesting choices, and I just don't know if Petrify or Pacify are worth picking up. Now, Pacify, I could definitely see certain situations where you would want to get this mastery, but I can't see having it all of the time. It's interesting because it can help in situations like this, the current event going on right now, where Iron Man is the final boss. I believe he's the final boss at least, and you might be able to get past him just by having this mastery alone. So I see it as situational. The rest of this tree I'm not even going to talk about. Yeah, I don't think it's good. Mystic Dispersion, I guess, might be good, but I don't know. I can't see myself getting that for anything other than testing. I'll probably unlock all of these at some point for testing, but I don't know about it. I could be dead wrong. Could be the best thing ever, but yeah. Anyway, all right, let's talk about what's going to change. You know what? Let's talk about why there's going to be change first, actually. And I will get back to the Masteries, and I will spend a lot of my units. Don't worry about that. That is coming. Okay. I'm a little bit pressed for time here, because as you can see, with this event going on right now, there's just over 10 hours remaining, and I'm not done yet. I'm not even close to being done. And the rewards are incredible, so I have to go for it. Absolutely have to go for it. Have to give it everything I can in this last remaining bit of time here. Might pull an all-nighter if I have to. And by the time I upload this video, this event is going to be over, no question. But hopefully I can get it out, you know, later in the day. I'm trying this. So as you can see here, I still have 5 rounds to go. I did the first round without using any revives or potions, so I know the other rounds get way harder, but I think I can do it. And the reason why I'm going to be changing up my masteries, let's check out a certain champion here. Elektra. Elektra's key. One of her passive abilities here says opponents passively suffer 85% reduced defensive ability accuracy for as long as they are under a debuff effect. Now, I have kind of 2 ways of getting through the Ming-Na challenge. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I don't know. I don't know the correct pronunciation on that, but anyway, I have 2 ways of getting through certain parts of it. Certain parts of it you really need something like this that can reduce the opponent's ability accuracy or chance for them to trigger their effects. So one is Elektra, but I need a way to increase her her debuff time. Well, having debuffs on the opponent. I need a way to. I'm messing this all up. Basically, I need to put a debuff on the opponent. I'm getting way ahead of myself here thinking about the fights. So, all right, let's go back to champions. The other way that I was thinking of getting through it was Black Widow, which would be the obvious choice if I had a 4-star Black Widow, but having a 3-star makes her maybe not the most obvious choice, because her damage is fairly low, and yeah, she's gonna get stomped if I get caught by any of the champions in the later rounds. So I need to increase her damage as much as possible. And those are kind of my 2 options. Of course, there's other special things about the challenge, but this video really isn't supposed to be about the challenge too much. But I leveled up Captain America here specifically for it because he doesn't have any buffs of his own, if you're familiar with how it works. If you have a buff during the fight, the opponent's power gain is just like through the roof. So, yeah, again, I'm not really going into all the detail about the challenge itself, but if you are familiar with how the challenge works, then some of these choices will be interesting to you, or at least you'll know why I'm doing them. Okay, so I need more damage, no matter how I look at it, to reduce the durations of the fights, because the longer the fights go, the greater chance that I mess up, the more damage I'm taking, the more consumables I'm using, I might not get through it. So, I'm going to pick up Liquid Courage. I'm going to max it out. I only have 2 points here. The other thing that I'm going to do is I said I need to apply debuffs with Elektra, so I need to get Resonate. And I need 1 point before Resonate as a prerequisite. So I need 2 points here, 3 points for Liquid Courage. I'm in a bit of a pickle. So what do I do? Well, and by the way, these are very expensive. 2 of these carbonadium cores for the prerequisite to Resonate, and then another 2 just to get Resonate. And yeah, it's 1 carbonadium core per level for Liquid Courage here. So, oh man, okay, so that's 7 of these things that I need. Alright, let's go purchase these first, and then we'll figure out a way to get the points. I already know how I'm going to do it, but let's purchase these things first here. This is going to hurt, guys. Be honest. I'll be completely honest, this hurts. Okay. 3850 units gone. Now, if this is somehow your first time watching my videos, which I doubt, but might be a couple of you, this is a free-to-play account. So yeah, I didn't have to spend any money on these units, but it still takes a while to get them, you know. All right. Actually, let's start out with the defensive, because I have 2 points available here. So let's unlock these. We'll unlock Inequity, I believe this is, and luckily they just changed the unit cost to rank them up, even though it's not by a ton. Still a reduction in units cost, so that's pretty nice. So we'll pick up the second point that I had here. So now I need 3 more points. Where can I possibly get them from? Well, the defensive tree is locked because I have the 15 points in the first half to get to this silver tree here. Is that what Kabam calls it? I don't know. And yeah, these points are locked because I need willpower to have the suicide masteries. I need to reduce the bleed, or else double edge is going to really hurt. Technically, I guess I can get away with not having this, but yeah, like I said, it would really hurt. And then, of course, I need the 2 points that I just picked up. Now, offensive, I can take this point out of courage here, but that's really it. Everything else is required for the setup that I want to have liquid courage. So I'm going to come to utility, and there are a couple of options here. Now, I could lower the amount of parry that I have here, but I think I'm going to need that at level 3. I definitely underestimated having it at 3 of 3 in the past. I thought only 1 point was good enough, and the more I play this game, the harder the challenges that come out. I'm thinking 3 of 3 is almost required. So I'm going to keep that at 3 of 3. I need 1 point in dexterity, because their specials in the Ming-Na challenge, or whatever it's called, are unblockable. So I need to dodge them. Even though some players have gotten through without dexterity, it's kind of a strategic move there. But that leaves these 2, where I can take out Stupefy, or I can take out 3 points of Limber. And it's a hard choice, but I'm just gonna take out the points of Limber. So let's recover the utility tree here. Luckily, I still have these recovery stones here, so it doesn't even cost any units, even though they reduced the cost. So put 1 point into Limber. Second point. And by the way, I really love that Kabam changed the unit cost to rank these up, and the recovery cost, because I'm hoping that, you know, different challenges are really going to make me change up these masteries, especially when they add more. Because I didn't even mention the new masteries that they added in this game. I just don't have the units to even play around with them at this point. And I don't think they're that big of game changers right now. They might be later on. I mean, there's one that's actually really good for this challenge, which is this Deep Wounds talent here, or Mastery. But I don't have the strongest of bleed champions. If my 4-star Black Panther was unlocked, then I might go with Deep Wounds and do that strategy and just go as hard as I can with having a bleed set up. But yeah, let's just get back to what I'm doing here. I'm sure I will unlock those at some point. All right, so Liquid Courage. Here we go. It's unlocked. Rank these up. So long carbonadium cores. So long units. So yeah, I spent almost 4,000 units in this video, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to spend some more on revives and stuff. Hopefully I can get through it. I will let you guys know in one of my other videos, my next video after this one. I'm sure if I was able to get through the challenge or not. There's definitely a great chance I'll fail, but like I said, the rewards are good enough that I'm just gonna go for it. Alright, this is kind of a long video, but hopefully you guys enjoyed watching my thought process about why I have the masteries I have set up. Hopefully that satisfies the the comments about wanting to see this kind of thing. I definitely read all of my comments, as my subscribers know. So yeah, if you have comments about what you want to see in the future, you can definitely throw them in the comments, and I'll read them. I can't guarantee that I'll do them or that I'll do them quickly, as these videos do take some time to make, but I'll definitely do my best, and I'll at the very least read and reply to them. So alright, thanks for watching, guys. Wish me luck in the Ming-Na challenge. Although, I guess by the time you see this, it'll be over. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.